These are the ingredients for our cookies today, and the directions will be listed down below. So we'll start off by making our cinnamon cookies. So to a bowl, just add in some vegan butter and give it a nice mash so it's not just one big blob. And now just mix in the icing sugar. And now you want to mix in your cinnamon. And now you just want to go ahead and sift your flour if you haven't already done so before adding it into the mixture that we just made. And now just add that to your mixture that we made earlier. And just combine everything together. At first, this will look quite dry, but it does come together and become kind of like a very soft dough. And I like to go in with my hands to kind of just smush everything together and form a smooth ball. And now go ahead and sprinkle on some flour on your working surface. And I like to take my dough and kind of pat it so it becomes a little bit more flat. And then for the next step, you'll just be needing a rolling pin. And then just sprinkle a little bit of flour on top of your dough, which makes it a lot easier to roll it out. And while you're rolling it, you may have a little bit of the dough kind of stick onto your rolling pin, but that's completely okay. You can just scrape it off and kind of smush it back into the dough. And now just go in with your cookie cutter. And you'll want to go ahead with a smaller cookie cutter. I'm just using the end part of a piping tip to make a small circle onto half of the cookies. And onto your baking sheet, you just want to transfer the larger circles and the donut-shaped cookies without the tiny circles inside. The tiny circles inside will be used to make more cookies. And now you just want to go ahead and bake these for about 20 minutes or until they have turned golden brown. And while our cookies are baking, we'll just go ahead and make our apple curd filling. So into a pot, make sure the heat is completely off. Add in sugar and cornstarch and give it a mix. And now add in apple juice. And your plant-based milk. I'm just using almond milk over here. And then mix everything super well and make sure the heat is still off. And now you can go ahead and turn on your stove onto medium heat. And continue to mix this until you get a very thick, almost jam-like consistency. And once you see the bubbles form, just go ahead and turn your stove onto high heat and continue to mix. And finally, it should end up looking like this, where it's super gooey and super thick. And at this point, you can just turn off the heat and move the pot to another burner to cool down. And to give it a depth of color, I like to add in just a little bit of red food coloring. And you need very little. As you can see, just that little amount made such a huge color change. After your cookies have completely cooled, sprinkle on some icing sugar using a sifter on the donut-shaped cookies, and onto the round cookies, spread the apple curd that we just made, and place the donut-shaped cookies on top, and there you have these super easy yet delicious cinnamon apple Linzer cookies. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.